welcome back to Decorate Your Table with Brenda. Today we're going to do something a little different again. I'm going to show you one of our home projects that we just completed. We had a leak in this bathroom. After we fixed it, we needed to paint. When we were painting, we knew we wanted to change out the light and we wanted to change the look of the vanity. To start with, we changed the faucet and the sink. We painted the vanity to match the walls, and that alone made a big difference. We also changed out the hardware. But I decided I wanted to go one step further. Much to Mike's annoyance, I wanted to cut strips of wood to make paneling. When we were trying to decide what color to stain it, I said I wanted the color to match our new flooring. So we decided to save some money, and we actually used some leftover flooring that we had. We painted the sides of the strips to match the color of the wall, and this gives it a more finished look. You could also paint the sides black if you wanted. Now let's go out and Mike will show you how we did this.
I've cut my flooring lengthwise, and now I have to cut it to the right width. Each piece we've used has been 1.25 inches wide, so I've set my table saw to that. I've set my blade just above the height of the flooring, and now it's time to make the cut. There's a lot of ways to attach these pieces to the door, and what we found works best is we have this no more nails stuff left over from when we did our kitchen, and it really works, and it really holds the pieces down onto the door. You just spread a little bit on, move it around with a brush, try and get up to the top, and don't worry if it's not everywhere. We are going to shoot a couple of nails in from the other side of the door once we get it on. And it's important that you get your first piece on and lined up properly. Then we'll put on the second piece. And to make sure that they all line up, we did cut a little spacer piece, put that up against the first piece that you put on. Get this over as close as you can. Push it up against, and the first piece is already grabbing. And then, like I said, leave your spacer. So now we're going to turn it over, being careful not to touch them. Try to keep them as straight as possible. And we're just going to shoot a nail in the top. It just stops them from moving. And don't worry, I made sure the nails were short enough that they wouldn't come through the flooring at the door. Now we're ready to put the last piece on. You'll notice there's going to be a bigger gap on the last piece. That's sometimes how it works out. It won't be that noticeable. So we don't need our spacer, and we'll just fit it as close to the edge of the door as we can. Again, going on feel. It's also in a bathroom near the floor, so I don't think too many people are going to take out a measuring tape. Now we'll turn it over. Now these last two pieces in. And there it is, the finished product. Looks pretty good. Not bad for using some leftover flooring. So I'm going to drill our holes to reattach the handles. And I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit first, so that the wood on the other side won't split. So I put a bigger drill bit in so I can drill from the other side, and the hole shouldn't split. Because we've added extra wood to the door, the screws that were on the handle aren't going to fit. So we had these left over from, again, a project in our kitchen, and they're adjustable for the height. If you can see the little spaces, all you have to do is break off the piece you don't need so you can adjust the height. There's what they come like. Put it through, and I broke off 2 pieces and it fits perfectly. So I've reattached the handle, and there's the finished product. We're ready to go and put our door back on the vanity.
We finished the doors. We decided we wanted to continue the look further up the wall. So here's Mike to show you how we did that.
First of all, adding the no more nails. Really stick to the wall. Pretty good. I've also added some tape to the other side so that while the glue is drying, the piece won't move. That way I also don't have to put any nails into the wall to hold it in place. I put my spacer in. Put my piece of trim in beside the spacer. Push it against the wall so that the glue moves, makes nice contact with the wall. And then the last thing we need to check is to make sure that it's nice and level. And it is nice and straight, as if we know what we're doing. And then take out the spacer, ready to put the last piece up, and just put the tape up to hold it in place. And it's as easy as that.
So we really like the finished product. It completely changes the look of a simple vanity, and it gives a little nod to mid-century modern. So we really hope you're getting something out of these videos, and if you like them, please hit like and subscribe, and join us next time. We're going to be doing my mom's memorial tea, and it's going to be an outdoor garden setting.